Okay, here's my 2014 F250. I have an evaporator core that is leaking real bad. So I'm gonna attempt to take the dash out with everything intact, like I saw some videos online. I'm not sure if you can do that with the 2014, but you could on the previous model. But I gotta take I'm gonna take the seats out, and I have to take the center console out. So I'll get started with it. So there's screws behind the panels on both sides and one outside the cab behind the door on the driver's side. And then there's probably some up underneath. Underneath the cup holders, there's supposed to be some. To take the seats out, pop these little covers out on the front. And then use a 21mm wrench to undo them. I'm wondering if my little impact driver will make the job easier. To get to the back, you have to move the seat all the way forward. Okay, with the seat out, I have access to this, let's see, 18mm bolt there, and the two 8mm bolts here, and the one behind this little cover. And same thing on the other side. Oh, I didn't show that, the other two. The bolt on the driver's side has a little cover over it, and the front cover seems like there's some bolts up on the top there. I'll have to look some. Okay, this piece comes out by prying it up carefully back here, like so. And then there's two 8mm bolts right there. So then that pulls up, then there's a wire underneath it on this side, of course. The wire is really easy to get to. I should have taken it off before, but it just pushes in on that knob maybe and slides off. Now we'll just yank that console out. Okay, now I got a couple little plastic clips on this duct here for the back seats. Oops, don't lose those. And then two 8mm bolts on this bracket, 4 actually, on that bracket. No bark. It's got a little captivated hook up there. And the seat and the carpet down here. There we go. So that little lip sticks up under a loop. So over here we pop this panel out. Pull the trim down, and I have to take off this lower panel also because it's got a bolt down underneath it. Not sure how this one comes out. The inner one comes out first, it looks like. And that one kind of pulls out like that. Okay, so there's 2 bolts there, one down at the bottom and one up at the top. They're 10 millimeter. And then the other side. So on this side there, I think, are 3 bolts because it's supporting the steering wheel. Oh, nope, there's just 2. So on this side there are 2 bolts right there, and then one up behind that little rubber grommet right there. I'll show you in a second. So up here, I have to pry this little grommet out, and then I think you can get to it from in front of the door with it wobbly. Up on the dash there are 2 covers, one over there and one over there, that have bolts underneath them. So there's a little screwdriver slot there. Let's see if I can see up there at all. Okay, there's a bolt there and a bolt there. So I'll take those out, 10 millimeter also. I can't see down there, and you can't find the nut, the bolt. There it is. Hope those fall out somewhere. Looks like there's only one on this side because it's only got one slot. That appears to be loose. Okay, then for the steering wheel, you go down under here, the bolt's there, but I gotta turn it a little bit so I can have it straight up and down. Okay, with the steering wheel in the straightforward position, you go down here, and the bolt head is sticking straight down. So I'll just get my impact in there and zip it out. Okay, for the emergency brake, right up there behind the lever is an 8 millimeter bolt right there. If you happen to pull on the lever with the brake engaged, watch your face because it pops right up there. So I'll undo that bolt, and then the lever should pop off of there. Okay, you have to slide it back because there's this little tab right there on it, so you have to slide it back when you pull it out. And now the shifter cable. I read that it's easiest to take it off from underneath, so we'll see what that looks like. Let's see if I can get a shot there. Right there, there's a little holder. So kind of pry on it, I guess. Like that, and then it goes through a grommet in the floor and down to the transmission. So we'll go see what that looks like. So there's the hole, the floor hole, and the cable comes down to right there. Just press on, and then it looks like that little white yellow clip comes out, and the cable slides out. So I'll go grab my screwdriver. Okay, for the bottom, just take the screwdriver and I hope pop that off like that, if I can keep focus. And then gotta try it with both hands. So for the cable up top, it's got these two little tabs, wings, that you have to pry up with the screwdriver. Shorter screwdriver is probably better than a longer one for the back side because the floor is in the way. So now I should just be able to pull that up through the hole whenever I take the dash out. Okay, now let's see how this works. Looks like I missed two bolts right there, and not over here. So I just got to take out those two 8mm bolts there. Looks like I lied about the emergency brake cable bolt. It's a 7mm. But now when I took out those two bolts, the whole dash sagged a little bit, so let's try it again. There's got to be something else. Right at the top of that thing, there's a little keeper. So it looks like I need to take out that 7mm bolt and maybe take off the bracket that bolts to the floor. So now I can take out that 8mm bolt. And that bracket comes out. All I can tell is that it's loose, so I just gotta wiggle and jiggle some more. Caught on the bars. So for the column covers and handles, I think there's a 7mm bolt up here, two of them. has too long. Looks like the passenger side slid off of it already. You can see on the bottom of the A-pillar cover there's a little tab there. That's what's on the driver's side also, but the driver's side won't slide down like the passenger side does. So I'm taking it off. Once I got this out, the dash fell out of place. So now I got to get up in there and undo wires. Okay, it looks like I got the shift lever cable. Okay, there's a connector here. Undoes ever so difficultly. It's got that little clip on it. And then this little hose. And looks like a couple things over here. This goes to the box there. What are these two wires? Oh, those go to the pressure, the air ride. Okay, now there's this little tiny wire here. That isn't very easy to get my fingers on. There. Hopefully I remember to put that back in. And then I got this big wire here with another connector. I don't know if I'm showing you the right thing here. Those little keepers definitely make these things hard to undo. Okay. And then there's a old little Christmas tree right there. Can't get it out. Okay. They got something connected to the OBD port. Okay, that looks like everything on the driver's side. There are a couple hoses or wires over there on the passenger side. Upside down here. So I'll go over there in a second. Just gotta whip the shifter cable out of the hole. So over here we got a little more room. So we got this connector here. And then we got, oh, I didn't need to take that off there. I needed to take it off up here and here. So I'll put that one back in so I don't forget. And then I got the radio antenna. It'd be somehow. And these two here. So this lower one has a little red clip in it that needs to come up before you can push the button. And then there's this one and two that go into this little panel here. This one's fancier. It's got a clip of some kind. Let's see, where is it? I can't really tell what it does. Where's the screwdriver? It's heavy and awkward, so if possible, have someone help you pull it out of there.